If you could describe your capstone experience in 4 words, what would it be?
It was very stressful.
Good morning, except it's not a good morning because it's first period and we have capstone. This is unacceptable. My brain does not work until 10 a.m. We should have it at a later time next year. Thank you.
And how does your favorite color relate to capstone?
My favorite color is blue, and it relates to capstone because blue is very progressive, in which it's the same as capstone because we always are doing research and always moving forward, in which we always look up new resources in order to see what's going on in the world, and that's how it relates to the color blue.
What's your favorite animal?
A dolphin.
Now, how do you think that animal would do in AP Capstone?
Knowing that dolphins are pretty smart animals, they do pretty well, other than the fact that it's not a human, so they'd probably not know how to write or type or etc.
They could learn it.
My overall impression of the course was that it was a hard experience filled with a lot of research and connecting with my classmates.
Oh, I got a good question for my
Learning how to do more in-depth research.
What? You told me we're closing!
It's coming.
What are some low points and obstacles you faced in Capstone?
Well, one time last semester I didn't come to class for a long time and Miss Williams called me to her room and made me cry. That was my low point, but then after that it was high points all the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's all we want. All we want is high points. What skills have you learned in this class that you believe will help you the most with your future schooling and life?
In AP Capstone, the skills that we learned, such as ravening and crafting our sources to measure their credibility, and working in teams, and researching topics using primary sources and extensive research, these things are going to help me in future schooling and future life.
What was the best learning experience for you all year?
My best learning experience was going to Washington, D.C. and going to the National Gallery of Art and studying the primary sources there so I could use them in my individual project.
What are your recommendations for the class next year?
My recommendations would be for people not to procrastinate because the deadlines come up really fast, and if you procrastinate, then you won't be prepared and it won't be your best work.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
I eat mop.
I eat my poo.
Ew, that's nasty.
My recommendations for future capstone students are to read your manual, review the framework, make sure you use all the rubrics for your papers and presentations, and don't procrastinate on any assignments.
Why do you think it was a good idea to enroll me in Capstone?
The capstone format is similar to many of the typical seminars you'll see on a college campus. The class is small. You have a chance to discuss the readings at length, and it gives you a chance to interact with students in the class. Sometimes you don't get to do that in large lectures. You know, sometimes those large lectures don't give you the same opportunity to really flesh out the readings, and it doesn't give you a chance to ask as many questions as you might in a seminar like this.
Hello, this is Maxwell, the director of the film you just watched. Before we end, I just want to tell you some hopes for our AP Capstone research next year. I hope that we have a little bit more freedom in choosing our topics. I understand this year we were just getting on our feet, but now that we're acquainted with the class, we will be able to do as we please next year and have a little bit more fun doing it. Not saying that we didn't have fun last year, it was a blast, but with the added element of freedom, it will be the most fun we've ever had in years. This is Maxwell Shavers. I hope you enjoyed this film.